yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going up top from Miller. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Trubisky to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing in the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Again, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Za'Darius Smith. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one complete, right side to Funchess. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 10, 1st and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 42. Mike 42.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Packers 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. To the right side, complete to Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Trubisky will throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
On the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 45 yards.
from the 2. Here's first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On first down, Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And Vinatieri started it left, it stays left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And again, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 25-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 42-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And now off to the races down the right side.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted.
That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Rodgers' pass intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken.
33-yard.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on
and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sidelines. And he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds. And this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up. Terrific return. Everyone's excited. But that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
19. Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
10. At their own 34-yard line.
That's the way to get a guard, boy.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Trubisky on first down, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That second down play nets a -4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Operating from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 20.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the Packers.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
It's a pickup of 3.
Ball at the 26, second and 7.
The Bears' 26-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys to scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
At the 38-yard line.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Anthony Miller.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Dance into it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Chicago Bears.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Steps away to his left.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
Third down here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On third down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that fourth down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the fourth quarter.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Aaron Jones.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Packers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 48-yard line.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
38-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Trubisky. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 42's money. Alert.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Complete.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Is good. Makes the score Packers 19, Bears 7. Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Valdez-Scantling, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 88. Mike's partner.
Rogers throwing here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. They win game number 7, which was their goal at the beginning of the season and the final game of the season.
And I know a lot of people would wonder about the celebration.